Welcome to the College Football Playoff. The season's had plenty of ups and downs, but all the drama has led up to this point, the beginning of this 12-team playoff in front of a home crowd and a raucous environment. We have a great battle for us here tonight. Two teams with championship aspirations, but trying to define the odds and take a big step closer to that national championship. As we'll see the number 10 seed in this playoff, the South Florida Bulls, taking on the number 7 seed in the playoff, the Ohio State Buckeyes. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Chris Fowler, joined as always by Kirk Herbstreit. And the playoff is here. We've got a tremendous on-campus environment. Can't wait to get this one started. The kickoff team is out there. Great energy as this college football playoff gets underway. And the returner decides to signal fair catch. It's early, but this crowd is fired up. Listen to this noise here. This is going to be tough for the visitors today. First down, looking to throw the ball. And the freshman making an impact play there.
I mean, that's just being a difference maker up front. You look at that uniform, you think over the years with Joey Bosa, Nick Bosa, Chase Young, and so many great defensive linemen. And this guy right here is showing you he's got some of the similar skill set to some of those greats.
After the first down loss, it's second and long with 17. From the shotgun, he's probing the secondary. Hit as he released it. It's incomplete. He took a hit as he threw the football, and it brings up a third down.
And you got to love this if you're a defensive coordinator. It's all about affecting the quarterback and getting pressure on him. This time they got to him and forced that incompletion.
Drops back, looking to throw for it on third down. And he's going to float this one to the right side. And this is dropped. Would have been a huge gain, but he could not collect it. The Bulls will have to kick it away. That's a rough series for the offense, and now he's on to punt it away. And that will bounce and roll out of bounds, so no return. Fresh set of downs for the offense. First down. Receivers now getting some new assignments before the snap. They'll toss it to the right side. Try to run it up the middle, but get nothing.
It was an excellent effort by this defense, just staying in their run fits, holding their own at the line of scrimmage, and then making a tackle. Offense just couldn't get enough of a push to get any yards at all.
Offense showing a bunch formation now. Second down, we're going to throw it. The quarterback finds an open target on the left side. They bring down the receiver, but that's a nice gain on that play.
Any good offense has to have a reliable, quick to intermediate passing game. Even though that wasn't enough for the first down, it's plays like this that help you sustain drives and not get stuck with third down and long.
Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Brought down at the 33. That's good enough to move the sticks. The Buckeyes come to the line to set a fresh set of downs. Pre-snap motion from the receiver as a design quarterback keeper. The pickup is 5 yards, so it's second down and 5.
Man, when your quarterback can run the football like this, it puts so much pressure on the defense. The defense coordinator spent all week preparing his unit to be able to stop this offense. But when this quarterback's able to pull it down and pick up yards like that, it's an extra headache for the defense to have to deal with.
What's the play call here on second down for this offense? And the quarterback dropping back. He'll take a deep shot. And it's caught way downfield inside the 35. Potentially a touchdown-saving tackle, but not before a long completion.
That is great arm strength and accuracy by this quarterback. Let's not forget the wide receiver's job of bringing it in for that big gain.
The Buckeyes pick up first down yards to keep the drive going. We'll keep it on the ground with the counter play. They'll bring him down, but the spin cycle put on that defender, my goodness.
Boy, how about that play, Chris? That thing just opened up. The back shot through there with great acceleration. What a pickup there on first down.
Buckeyes trying to punch it in. It's first and goal. First and goal, they'll try to run it in. Goes backwards, losing 3 yards there. They tried to get the counter play to the edge, Kirk. We've seen this defense show their ability to pursue and fly to the football.
Yeah, they sure can, and they did a nice job on this counter play. A lot of times you'll see those counters go more up into the middle of a defense, but they tried to bounce that to the outside, and that gave you an idea of what kind of speed this defense has.
So off the loss, it's second and goal from the 11. Oh, the pass is picked off.
Oh, how I love when this happens. The big dog up front is working hard and snatched his opportunity. Good for him.
Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. This group is coming off a quick 3 and out. Can they put something together in this drive? And runner brought down, but looks like there's a flag on the field. Let's see what this is about. Pretty easy call for the head coach. He will accept that penalty, of course. And this crowd coming to life here, trying to help the defense get a stop with the offense pinned back. Opening play of the drive, he looks right for a completion. They bring him down, but not before an explosive play through this offense through the air.
Boy, a huge play by this offense. A good throw, a nice, accurate throw. But I think it's the run after the catch that really impresses me. And early in this game, you got to think they're going to continue to go back to him until this defense shows that they can slow him down.
Here's a throw underneath to the tight end. And a big gain before he goes out of bounds. The offense keeps churning, gets a fresh set of downs.
Well, this is what coaches love to see. A quarterback with the ability to read the defense properly and then just get it to the open man. Sometimes it sounds simple, but it's tough to execute. This time we have good recognition by the quarterback. Then he gets it down to the tight end. You can see what he can do after the catch.
That's a nice wrap-up there by the junior.
Well, anytime you use your quarterback as a runner, the goal is obviously to hit some big plays. You've got to be careful of letting your quarterback take too many big hits. Not only can he get tired, he can also start to fumble the football.
Second down after that previous play. Quarterback drops back, probing the secondary. He cannot escape the defense with a sack.
This sack is on the quarterback, in my opinion. Anytime you call a screen, you've got to be aware that that pass rush is coming in. Bait them towards you and go over top. This time, he's unaware of how quickly they're going to come in.
That one is incomplete. The defender was right there, and it brings up fourth down now. The Bulls bring their punt team onto the field. They're going to kick it away for the second time. And the punt bounces out of bounds inside the 10. Great work by the punter. The offense will be pinned back. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. That costly red zone interception the last time out. Let's see if they can recover from that error. They get him down. The gain is to about the 12.
It's a good, solid gain. 5 or 6 yards. Love to see that from the running game.
Getting set. Here's second down. There's the handoff.
Well, that's a beautiful run here for the first down, really living up to that reputation of the great backs that they've had over the years. Think about Archie Griffin and Eddie George, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins, just so many great backs. We're seeing another one right here.
They'll try to pick up the yardage on the ground. Offense stopped behind the line. A big play by the defense to wrap up the first period. Offense getting set for a second down here to begin the quarter. There's some pre-snap movement, back in motion. Defense able to stop the ball carrier there.
Chris, textbook job by the defense surrounding the runner and preventing that play from being bounced to the outside.
They come to the line, a long way to go for the first down, but needing this crucial conversion right now. On third down, he drops to throw. He's moving out of the pocket now. And the pass is intercepted. A takeaway for the defense. And he's wrapped up after a solid return.
Chris, he's trying to find something. Nothing is there. Everything is covered downfield. He's rolling to his right. Eyes are downfield. But the one thing he doesn't see is that defender who steps in front of that to make that interception.
USF offense is back out there now. They were forced to punt it away last time, so let's see if they can get clicking in this possession. It's a big game before he goes out of bounds. It'll move the sticks, more than enough for a first down. The Bulls are going to cash in this red zone trip. They'll run it to the right side. Heads out of bounds as a short gain on the play.
Just love watching this back run. Gets behind that offensive line, lowers his pads, and gets a nice solid gain.
So down here in the red zone, every yard tough to find. Here is a crucial play coming up. It's an option look. The back's got it on the pitch. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, USF. Well, no surprise from offense this good. Short field, quick touchdown.
Yeah, you get into the red zone, though, there's a tendency to want to get conservative. I love that the offensive coordinator and the quarterback kept attacking until they came away with 7 points.
And the PAT is good. Kickoff team is on the field to boot this one away. He'll call for the fair catch here. Here comes the powerful Buckeye offense back onto the field. This drive is important. Last one ended in an interception. Let's see if they can get it going here. They bring him down, but the drive has now reached the 35.
Look, I realize on any play call, when it's properly executed, it can go to the house for a touchdown. But the runs that really make a game plan work are the ones where you get just what you need. And he barely got the first down, but he got it.
The offense will set up on 1st and 10. Here's the snap. Quarterback looking to throw. He'll take a deep shot here. Deep shot caught inside the 15. And they stop him just short. The defense really backed up now. It's 1st and goal.
Oh, just short of the end zone. But a big play from this offense. Now we're going to see if this defense can just hold them to 3.
The Buckeyes line it up with 1st and goal. And looks like the quarterback's going to run it. Makes it across the goal line. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Looked like the defense thought they had him contained. Look at the blazing speed of that quarterback.
Great design run for this quarterback, and you know what kind of threat he is with that kind of speed. The defense just seemed to be out of position from the very beginning. I wouldn't be surprised to see something similar later on in this game.
And he knocks through the PAT. And with that extra point, we're all tied up now in the 2nd quarter. Kickoff team is on the field. Let's see if they give the returner a chance to bring this one back. Returner decides to fair catch this. Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. They were able to punch it in the end zone last time, looking to do the same thing here to see if the defense can make adjustments. Short throw complete to the tight end. They get him down, but the gain moves the ball up to the 36.
Chris, we get so caught up in these wide receivers and their playmaking ability and getting them the ball in space. And the defense has to pay attention to them. Often too much attention opens up an underneath drag route like this. And the quarterback makes a good read. Nice 1st down.
Now it's 2nd down here. Here's the snap, looking to throw here. Finds that big tight end for a short pass. But he's hammered by the linebacker. What a hit. The Bulls come to the line looking to crank up the tempo. They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1. That was that excellent linebacker with a clear path just running downhill quickly.
You know, I think one of the great things about watching this guy play all year is his vision. He just has great instincts. That time the defensive line ate up all the linemen, freed up the linebacker to get into the backfield, and the result is a tackle for a loss for the backer.
And he moves the ball across midfield and picks up a 1st down.
Gutsy call to go for it, but it works. The quarterback and receiver are in sync, and you pick up enough yards to move the sticks.
The Bulls moving quickly down the field here. Off the RPO, caught to the right. Tackled quickly after the catch. He'll be short of the marker.
Chris, it's so easy to get excited about the receivers on the outside and their ability to make big plays, but the slot receivers are just as exciting, especially with their finesse, quickness, and ability to make guys miss in the middle of that field.
Quick throw caught on the left side. He stopped, but he gets a 1st down.
Chris, that's another positive game for this offense, and this quarterback continues to show why he's had such a great year this year. When he has time to throw, he gets his feet set. He's as accurate as any quarterback in the country.
We'll take a quick pause before the half as we reach the 2-minute warning. The Bulls with 1st and 10 here. And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. The sophomore with a strong tackle there. Offense getting set. 2nd down play here. There's the snap. Quarterback setting up to throw. Trying to extend the play. Nobody open downfield. He just throws it away.
Man, I like this play. And not only is it the right play, throwing it away like that, but given that he had no other option, he just did what he's supposed to do to survive and get ready for this next down.
After the second down incompletion, they'll have to convert here on 3rd down and 8. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. He's moving out of the pocket. This one's going to fall incomplete. Brings up 4th down.
Hey, it's an incompletion, but it's a nice job by the quarterback. I know it didn't pan out, but the most important thing is he didn't turn the football over and he didn't take a sack. It'll give your kicker a chance to put some points on the board if they opt for the field goal here on 4th down.
They've already converted once on 4th down this game. Let's see if they can make it 2 for 2. Quarterback drops back from the shotgun. Lets it fly to the wideout. He's got it for a big gain. Tackle made, but the sophomore quarterback showing us the arm strength.
Well, Chris, here's an example of what we always talk about. On 4th down, the receiver's got to run a route beyond the sticks. Great awareness to know exactly where he is. Quarterback makes the throw. Receiver gets hit, but is beyond the sticks for the first down.
Pre-snap motion from the offense. Picks up 2, so it's 2nd and 8. The offense will quickly spend a timeout here after the play. To the line on 2nd down. This is important. They want to avoid a 3rd and long. But they can't make the connection. Ball's incomplete.
Well, I'm a big fan of the RPO, but it is a dangerous play for the quarterback. You got to make the right decision. On this play, it just seemed like he was a little hesitant, unsure, and it cost him here with an incompletion.
This is crucial. Defense needing a stop on 3rd down, trying to force a field goal. Drops back, looking to throw for it on 3rd down. He's moving out of the pocket. Nothing open downfield, so they'll just throw it away.
Boy, Chris, this drive looked outstanding until they got into the red zone. Seems like the wheels have come off. 3rd down and long makes it very tough to execute in the red zone. Now let's see what they come up with here on this 4th down play.
The field goal is good.
Well, they almost put a touchdown on the board, but instead they come away with 3 points.
So they settle for 3 here, and now the kickoff. See if the opposing offense can answer before halftime. And the returner elects to fair catch it. No return. Here comes the first play of the drive. Can they do something in the final 30 seconds of the half? 1st down. Looking to throw the football. Quarterback escapes the pocket and takes off. And left with no option, just has to throw it away. So the offense looking to be efficient here. Not much time remaining before the end of the half. That's the wide receiver coming in motion now. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Has the first, still on the move. So a timeout is called to talk strategy. Maybe time for one or two more plays before halftime. So the ball placed right at midfield as the offense starts with a 1st and 10. Timeout is called to talk strategy. Time for just one or two plays here before halftime. So the offense with the 1st and 10 now. The football placed exactly at midfield. Obvious false start there, moving too early. And the head coach will decide to accept the penalty and take the yardage. 1st down play call. How aggressive will it be? Here's the snap. Offense looking to throw the ball. There's contact on the throw. He's picked for a 3rd time tonight. They get him down after a short return, but the takeaway sets up the offense at the 43.
Chris, he's just trying to find the hole in the zone coverage. But, as you know, those windows can open and close pretty quickly, especially in the middle of the field. So the timing's got to be just right, or you're going to see an interception like this.
Quarterback leaves the pocket on the move now. They can't come up with it there, and that's going to do it. Time runs out in the 1st half. Minute's going to wrap up the 1st half here. Let's kick it down to Kevin Connors for a halftime update. The Bulls will kick this deep, begin the 2nd half. Kick bounces out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Comes the powerful Ohio State offense onto the field. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Quarterback escapes the pocket. Looking for his big tight end. Looks downfield and connects with a wide open wide receiver. Oh, and he's in the clear now. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Ohio State. And they go in front here in the 2nd half.
What a well-designed play here by this offense to get the ball to the gifted tight end. Of course, he's got the size, but here he shows you the speed that he has in outrunning the secondary into the end zone for a big touchdown.
And the point after is good. Doesn't bring the kick out. Touchback. They'll start at the 25. First play of the drive now from the 25. First play of the drive, he looks left for a completion. They're finally able to stop him. The quarterback brings the big man down. Not easy to do with that size difference.
Boy, that's pretty good coverage here by this defense. Not much of a window to throw this ball into, but the quarterback's accuracy and the size of the tight end picks up a nice gain.
Quarterback looking to pass here on 2nd down. He's escaping the pocket now. And the pass will fall incomplete on the scramble attempt. Good coverage there.
Chris, as this game evolves every year with college football, we see more and more versions of some kind of spread offense. It puts so much pressure on this linebacker position because they're asked to do so much. This linebacker is able to sit back in zone, be comfortable in space, make the right read, and be able to be in place to knock the ball away.
The Bulls have 1st and 10 here. They flip it to him on the jet sweep. The gain is 3. Now it's 2nd down and 7.
Boy, I'm a big fan of that jet sweep motion like that. It really forces the defense to stretch them out horizontally and can create some vertical seams for this offense. They got some positive yards. Didn't quite get the 1st down, but I'll tell you what they've done. Planted a seed on this defense, and they better...
Breaks into the clear. It's a sprint. And a huge gain before he's forced out of bounds. Big yardage to set up a fresh set of downs.
What a pitch and catch by the quarterback and receiver for a big gain for this offense.
The Bulls pick up enough yardage to get a fresh set of downs. Looking to throw it on first down. It's intercepted. Tried to fire it into a tight window. Look out, he's got some space. The 30, past the 20, inside the 10. Gonna take it all the way in. Pick 6. Touchdown, Buckeyes. And the interception taken to the house. A pick 6, potential game-changing play there.
Man, nothing gets a defense, and especially a defensive coordinator, more fired up than a pick 6. Let's not forget, give credit to some of those other defenders for making some key blocks to spring that touchdown loose.
And here's the fair catch by the return man. Here comes the USF offense back on the field now. Let's see if they can bounce back from that costly mistake last time, a pick 6. Big pass. Here comes a jet sweep. Going absolutely nowhere after a loss of a play. After a first down loss, it's 2nd and long from the 23. He's going to pull it down and run. That's a nice scramble there, a big gain, but not enough for the first down. The Bulls hustle to the line to run the hurry-up. Caught on the outside. It's Kelly. Offense going to roll the dice and go for it inside their own 40.
Chris, in my opinion, what we just witnessed is one of the toughest things to do in football as a defender, and that's making an open field tackle. A lot of times, there's one-on-one matchups against shifty receivers. The receiver wins. This time, let's tip our cap to that defender. Great play.
Getting close to midfield now. They bring him down to the 47. The game makes it 2nd and medium. The pocket breaking down. Junior steps up and makes an impact play. Urgency now for the offense that hates to come up empty on this drive, down multiple scores. And they'll run it out of the shotgun. They'll stop him on a small gain here. Tried to run for it on 3rd and long and came up well short. Crucial play. Down double digits in the second half. They're going to go for it on 4th down. Quarterback drops back. Oh, that one's picked off. Can he take it all the way? Inside the 20. And he's going to score on the pick 6. Touchdown, Ohio State.
How about the risky call here by this offense? I love that they're going for it on 4th down. I'm not so sure about the play call. The defense was not fooled at all. Steps in front of this throw for a nice touchdown.
And the extra point was up and good. Getting set to kick the ball off now. This one will be fair caught. Here comes the Bulls offense back onto the field. It'll be interesting to see if this quarterback can bounce back. He threw a pick 6 in the last possession. Delivers from the pocket, complete over the middle. Breaks one tackle, gets brought down, but picks up some decent yardage. 2nd down play coming up. Quarterback drops back. We're going to test the secondary. Oh, the sack is made there by the freshman.
What a play here by this defensive line. You can get so caught up in the flashy offense of Ohio State in recent years. But let's not forget, a still play defense in the shoe and have such great history and tradition with that defensive line play.
Quick throw to the left. It's caught downfield. That'll pick up first down yardage very near the 40. The Bulls come to the line to set a fresh set of downs.
Good job by this offensive line and a great throw by the quarterback to get that first down there on 3rd down. It's exactly what they needed to do. This is too big of a game. They've come too far. They're in the playoff. You're down in the second half. Good job of keeping this drive alive.
He picks up 9, so just short of the first down, 2nd and 1. The Bulls hustle to the line to crank up the tempo. Quarterback wants to throw it on 2nd down. Looking to scramble. And he'll head out of bounds, but not before picking up enough for a first down. 1st and 10 play coming up.
Defense does a great job of taking everything away downfield. This quarterback wanted to take a shot, but nothing is there. The only problem is they didn't account for him taking off and running, so he picks up the first down.
See what the call is on 1st and 10.
Well, they did a good job of getting pressure on the quarterback, but, man, make the play. Bring him down. Instead, they give up positive yards here on the scramble.
Snags a quick throw. They stop the receiver, but that's a solid gain on that play. So here comes 2nd down now. Every play important down here in the red zone. And the quarterback looking to make a play through the air. Grab down the middle. It's Peters. Bring him down short of the goal line, but it's 1st and goal from the 2.
We'll see if the defense stays in zone after that big play. If they can change things up on this drive and get a little bit more aggressive.
Pass caught. Can he get in? And he's in. Touchdown, South Florida. So with playoff pressure, Kirk, the offense executes a long, grinding, methodical drive.
You know, the thing I've loved about this offense all year long is their ability to either hit the big play or not have to rely on that. Like this. They're able to sustain a drive and still come up with points and get a touchdown.
And he'll set up to throw. Catch is made behind the line of scrimmage. And he is stopped short. The two-point try fails. He can't cut this lead further. Kickoff team has come on the field now to send this one away. Fields it inside the 5-yard line. And he stopped at the 20. Tried to make something happen, but that's good coverage there. Here comes the Buckeye offense onto the field. There was a one-play touchdown drive through the air last time. The defense makes some adjustments. The junior able to bring him down quickly. He's tackled at the 23-yard line. 2nd down coming up. Offense getting set. It's 2nd down.
South Florida, 16.
Ready, fight. Yankee blue! Yankee blue!
That's a design quarterback keeper. Tackled behind the line. It's a loss of 2.
Loss of 2. Brings up 3rd down.
They're backed up here, trying to make something happen on 3rd and long. Dropping back, looking to throw for the first down. And it's intercepted on a desperation throw here. Going the other way, can they catch him? That's a potential game changer, the pick and the big return.
Wow, a risky call by the offensive coordinator, playing with the lead in the playoff in the second half, throwing the football. I don't disagree with it, but now you give this defense a chance to create a turnover, and they capitalize here with the pick.
Handoff here from the shotgun. Powering through the defender.
Whew, how about that offensive line? That's just getting a hat on a hat, opening just enough room for the back to be able to get through there for a big gain.
And they'll tackle him for a loss of 5 yards. The Bulls hustle to the line to run the hurry up. They'll look to throw it here on second down. Pass ball is incomplete. There was a lot of contact. No penalty. Brings up third down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out the punishment, but here, he's the one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, he's unable to hold on to the football.
Urgency here in the fourth quarter. They must cut into this lead. It's third down and goal. Here's the snap, looking to throw. And he gets to the end zone. Touchdown, Bulls. That's an important score. We got one possession game now, Kirk, and it's game on.
It's game on, and now it's about this defense coming up with a stop. Everybody in the stadium knows that they're going to run the football and try to milk the clock. So what can your defense do to ensure they don't do that successfully?
And they tack on the extra point. Kickoff team on the field getting set now. And it comes out to the 25. No return attempted there. Okay, here comes the Ohio State offense back on the field. Crucial possession. This game just got tighter. They love to play keep away, chew on the clock. How will they call it here? Run down after a 7-yard gain, so it's 2nd and 3.
You know, a lot of times these types of plays either go for nothing or they can go for a huge chunk of yards. Here they do a nice job of getting it to the outside, turning it upfield, and ended up getting a nice gain out of it.
And they're moving the receiver now before the snap. Shotgun formation. Here's an inside handoff. And this one goes nowhere. Lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage.
Well, with the lead here, this is where you want to just take your time. The defense, as we know, they are looking to do anything they can to create an aggressive play to try to create a turnover. So you got to work that clock, but also protect the football. I'm sure the coach right now is preaching to all his guys and reminding them about ball security at this point in the game.
He's going to take the ball to the ground. It bounces past the sideline, out of bounds, and they avoid the turnover there.
Oh, my gosh, Chris. You can almost feel a collective sigh of relief coming from the offensive sideline as that ball rolled out of bounds. The offense catches a break. One more awkward bounce. That ball maybe stays in bounds, and the defense has a recovery.
Man, looks like the quarterback's going to run it. They bring him down, but that's a solid gain on the play.
These quarterbacks today in the college game are so athletic. They can beat you with their arm, obviously. But just when you think you have them figured out, they tuck the ball and go. I'd expect this defense to put in a spy to keep this quarterback from running.
And the quarterback tucks it and takes off as a design run. He's past the marker and still going. Tackle is finally made, but an explosive gain. They'll move it down to the 23-yard line. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible. The Buckeyes will line up on 1st and 10. And they'll work the clock here by keeping it on the ground. What do you score here? Touchdown, Buckeyes. This offense is still clicking.
Chris, he broke free from the line of scrimmage. I thought he might have a 10 or 15-yard gain, but he shows you the speed that he has to take it all the way to the house.
Extra point up and good, so the lead is 12 here in the fourth quarter. Here's the kickoff team now, set to boot this one away. And the fair catch signaled for and taken. USF offense is back out there now. Here comes a first down pass attempt. And he'll just lob this pass into the middle of the field. Oh, and he's got it. Big gain inside the 25. And a huge gain. They finally bring him down at the 11. The Bulls hustle to the line to run the hurry up.
First down for the offense.
On 1st and 10, looking to throw. Trying to create outside the pocket now. Also run a bounce close to the end zone.
Nice job of this defense taking away the primary receiver, even the second and third option. But the quarterback's legs are the difference. They almost kept him short, but instead, he gets that first down.
First down here, the offense has time for one more play before the 2-minute warning. Quarterback sets up, looking for an open man. And it's caught. Touchdown, USF. Extra point try coming now. PHC is good. They still trail, though. Looks like they're lining up to attempt an onside kick. And the receiving team has to recover. Looks like the hands team did its job. And the Ohio State offense comes back onto the field. Can they play keep away here? Just protect this lead in the final 2 minutes. Takes the snap and takes off on the run. Gets the first and still running. Tackle made at the 26-yard line. This offense getting closer to the red zone.
Boy, what a day for this quarterback. If you're keeping an eye on the box score, that last run puts him over 100 yards for the game. And this defense has had all sorts of trouble trying to keep him under wraps today.
Back goes in motion now. Let's see how the defense adjusts. A pop pass on the jet sweep. It's good for a 3-yard gain, so 2nd and 7. And now a timeout taken by the defense, trying to preserve as much clock as possible for their offense. 2nd down after that run on the previous play. That's a design quarterback keeper. And that run produces a decent gain. And now it's the defense that calls timeout here, trying to get organized and preserve as much clock as possible.
Well, much like what we saw in the first half, Chris, of this playoff game, no adjustments. Go right back to giving his running back the football. He's had a monster day and continues to get positive yards.
They'll stop him behind the line for a loss of 1.
Well, I don't think the offensive line gave the back much of a chance at all. Now, give credit to the defense. It was almost like they were anticipating a run and got up close to the line of scrimmage in a hurry.
Buckeyes will look to convert here on 4th down.
Here we go.
So the offense calls a timeout here. That's their first of the half.
Timeout, Ohio State.
So on 4th down, out trots the place kicker in a very big spot here. And the kick is good. Offense settles for 3 on the drive. After extending the lead with a field goal, they'll kick it off now, trying to make the offense go a long way to win.
I was watching this guy in pregame. He has got a strong leg. I'm surprised here he's able to put 3 points up here for the offense.
Here comes the South Florida offense back on the field. So here we go. They need a touchdown. Got a little time to work with. How will they play this situation? And looking to throw now on first down. Quarterback moving out of the pocket, trying to create. He makes the grab. The tackle is finally made, but a huge gain. He'll spot the ball near midfield at the plus 49. Now they've got to hustle to the line and get set. On 1st and 10 here, looking to throw the ball. Receiver makes the grab, and he'll run out of bounds after picking up a few yards on the play.
Well, the defense didn't have any time at all to get pressure on the quarterback. He gets the ball out of his hands pretty quickly on the hitch to the receiver.
Important 2nd down play coming up. There's the snap. They'll set up to throw. And looking for a big play here. He pulls it in for a big gain. The Bulls come up to the line in a hurry-up. From inside the red zone, they're looking to throw. And that football is out. A potentially game-changing play, but who's got it? The defense recovers the fumble. Of course, in the playoffs, it's survive and advance. This is a crucial W. Great performance, but now the stage gets even bigger. The challenges will continue going forward.
Yeah, more and more pressure will grow as this team continues to win football games. But you and I have been around this team all year long. I'm so impressed with the emotions and how they're able to contain themselves, stay focused on the task at hand. They did that again today. They advance. Cannot wait to watch and see what they can do next week.
And that is going to wrap it up. We enjoyed this one here. For Kirk Herbstreit, I'm Chris Fowler, and this has been another presentation of EA Sports College Football.